So I want to ask you about the Indian Army and urban combat. Urban combat is something that Indian Army has not really done in the last 75 years. I mean, 65 we reached the outskirts of Lahore, but we didn't enter. In 71, in the east, in East Pakistan, we bypassed all the towns and villages and cities, and we headed straight for Dhaka. 87, of course, was an exception where we took a lot of casualties, over 200 officers and in taking Jaffna. 2 weeks, I believe, is what it lasted. Is the Indian Army aware of the complexities of urban warfare? And if so, are they training for it?
Of course, the Indian Army is well aware, because as we are all aware that no longer are the areas where we are likely to operate,
right.
no longer are they open terrain.
Right.
And much of these areas across the border, the habitations have come up. Whatever small hamlets have become big villages. Whatever villages have become townships. Whatever townships have become cities.
Cities on the this is on the western border where there is.
So I'm talking about the western border. So
densely populated.
So accordingly, as per our war plans, as per our training,
right.
we have factored this, and I'm sure. This is a dynamic process which the Indian Army is not only aware of,
right.
They must be preparing for it as part of their own war planning and equipping.
And while we're talking about planning and equipping and this war that's on, literally one phase of this war that's on in full swing in Israel, where do you see India's role in the West Asia? So we've been strangely quiet. Aditya, correct me if I'm wrong, apart from sending relief supplies and pulling our nationals out, we've not really said too much about the situation.
Well, Sandeep, India's traditionally and historically policy towards West Asia, and in particular if we speak about Israel-Palestine, has been very balanced. It was tilted towards Palestine since last many decades.
Of course,
but gradually it changed. We were one of the first non-Arab nations to recognize the state of Palestine. Gradually in the last 30 years, we have built up diplomatic ties with Israel. We have had a very robust trade as well as technology and most important defense partnership with Israel. A lot of it, as we have been often speaking about, the intelligence and the robotics and the drones are not talked about so much. But there's a great level of cooperation. In fact, again, one thing that we have spoken about is the Balakot attacks and the spice bombs that came in from Israel. Really, so it's a much appreciated relationship. In fact, today. The Israeli government, the IDF, is holding an international press conference in which it will be providing proof of the Hamas terrorism, and it will be live all across in several cities. And one of the cities chosen is New Delhi, where the Israeli ambassador at his residence himself is hosting senior editors on it. So I think India and Israel have a very close relationship, but India will not compromise its position on Palestine. It has sent in aid, but at the same time condemns terrorism and maintains that dialogue is the only way forward.
Right.